It's the adrenaline of riding and the fun of, in my case, having all the years to ride. So I have an instinct of being able to ride that safe, and it's invigorating. It keeps me fit, and your mind doesn't think about all the worries and all the issues. You're just out there, you and the bike, having the best time. Bob Jandebeur. Started racing motorcycles when I was young. My dad had a motorcycle dealership, and it seemed like a fun thing to do. And I'm 62 years old, I feel 40, I'm still riding motorcycles. I found myself with Noah wanting to ride here at this little track just south of Tulsa near Okmulgee, and the track closed, and he was like really disappointed because it was our place to come ride on the weekends. And he's like, "Dad, you should run that track." Hadn't really thought about being a track operator. And so the more I thought about it, Dad and I went and talked to the people who own the land, and next thing I know, here I'm coming up on 4 years later. Have had well over 2,000 different participants come to this park and ride, taught well over a couple of hundred kids to ride, and now this week we're having one of our very popular kids motocross camps where they come spend 5 days off and on with us, and we teach them the skills. We teach them how to ride smart. They're very eager to learn because they want to go race, and some of them want to win, and so they want to get those skills down so they learn how to pass in the corner, and they know how to get air. Getting air seems to be the most important, but we don't start with that. We start with rider position, how to turn, how to lean, how to fall down. When you tell them I'm going to teach how to fall down, they look at me like I'm crazy. But it's knowing that it's okay, and here's where you go, and this is how it feels when you fall down. We don't call it crash. We fall down. We say to them, there's two sides of the brain. One, the throttle, which the guys all like to turn and get that thrill of getting air. And the other is the thinking side of the brain. And so my task is to help them understand how both of those should work together so they become safer riders, and they have a level of comfort where then riding and their parents can watch this and say, now I feel more comfortable, because bad habits can lead to getting hurt. And we're all about teaching those good habits. My boys started learning to ride, and now I've got Noah at 14 wants to go pro. Well, he's one of the top riders in the state, and we're on his 5th year of racing. So he started younger than we did. I think I started riding when I was 13. Noah started when he was 7. But when we rode, we weren't clearing 95-foot jumps, and we didn't have the sophisticated suspension. We had 3 inches of travel, now they have 9. So they are made to be able to launch higher and farther.
My name's Noah Jandebeur. I'm 14 years old, and I like to hit jumps. I ride a YZ Super Mini. It's a 112, and I race just about every weekend.
You know, I grew up in that wholesome family environment, and today there's so many things tugging at kids and families, and if we can provide a place that's safe, that teaches them competitiveness, they get off the couch, off those video games which don't do anything to stimulate them other than the games, and they like to learn to ride and be outdoors. And to me, there isn't a place around like this. Sure, there's tracks where you get on the track and race, but we're a park, so we've got different levels of track skills required here. We've got trails through the trees, we've got a nice clubhouse, and we rent motorcycles, so we try to do all the things we can to encourage and get more kids in the sport.